Right, so starting with section 7.5 homework, biggest thing that we need to be making sure is that we are, when we're setting up our proportions, that we are using the correct side. So I'm going to use color to kind of show that as we go through and set up these problems, okay? So we are looking for x here. Make this a little bit bigger. And so when I look at the x here, okay, that goes between the, so what I mean by setting up correctly, you can see that this side that is x goes between the angles that have 2 markings and 1 marking, so that over here that is going to be proportional to 8. So I'm going to have x over 8, and then I know here that this is 21, and that is going to be proportional to 6. And so now I've got my proportion set up, and so I'm going to take and cross multiply and divide, and I'm going to get that my answer is 28. And if I look at the next one here, same thing, I'm going to be setting up my proportions. Looking what I know and what I need to find out. If I see that the x is here, I can see that's going to be proportional to the 17. And so I'm going to set this up as 17 over x. And then if I look at the next one, I can see that 15 is going to be proportional to 7.5. And so now I've got my proportion set up, and I'm going to cross multiply and divide, and I am going to get 8.5 for my answer. Okay, looking at number 9, getting ready to set up our proportion. Looking to see where our x is located, finding the proportional part in the other triangle is going to give us x over 8. And then I'm given 27, and that is going to be proportional to 12. And so we need to take and cross multiply. So we'll have 12x is equal to 216, and if we divide that out, x will equal 18. We move this up here. If we look at the given information, we are told that this is 382 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that off as 382. And then mark this part off here as 248. And that is going to be the first part of my proportion. And then my second part, we're told that this right here is 50, and this is what we're looking for. And so, okay, remember we need to make sure that since I used the 382 here in the numerator, the x should be in the numerator there. And now I'm going to cross multiply. Uh, 19,100. And divide by 248, and that is going to give me approximately 77 feet. Okay, looking at the next one here, we can see that if we have this measurement here is 28, and if this part of it here is B, and the whole thing is 28, this must be 28 minus B. Okay, so think about that. This whole thing is 20, and if B ends up to be 10, then this part must be 28 minus 10, which would be 18. So that's how we think that through with setting that part up. And now I'm going to go ahead and set up the proportions. And so the parts that I know, 15, 27, and then 28 minus B and B. And so then when we cross multiply, we'll have 15B equals, when I cross multiply and do the distributive property here, this is going to give me 756 minus 27B. If I move that negative 27B to the other side, I'm going to have 42B is equal to 756. And if I divide by 42, I'm going to have that B is equal to 18. Okay, moving on to number 16. We're told that we have medians, so let me start to, and that our triangles are similar, and so we are trying to find x. So let me mark off what we are told. We are told that NQ, which is right here, is 8, and that PR, which is this whole distance here, that is 12. We are told that WY, which is this whole distance right here, oops, didn't mean to go to the highlighter, WY is 7x minus 1, and that VX is 4x plus 2. So I just need to mark off what I have been given there. Now I'm ready to set up my proportion, and I'm going to have the proportional parts 8 to 4x plus 2, and then 12 to 7x minus 1, and then I'm going to take and do the distributive property while I'm cross multiplying. So this will be 48x plus 24, and this will be 56x minus 8. And so now I'm going to move all my x's to one side and my constants to the other, and divide that out to get that x is equal to 4. Alright, I'm going to stop the video here and pick up the rest of the problems in the second part of the video.